Here we go. Hello, everybody.
Wait. Okay, I have it opened in another window, so I'll let you know if it's.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I have it opened in
Oh, we're
another window,
live.
so
Nice.
I'll let you know if it's.
Okay, cool.
I have it
Hello,
opened
everyone.
in
Oh,
another
we're
window,
live.
so
Nice.
I'll let you know if it's.
Oh, I have it open in another tab. Aha. Professional.
Professional streamer moment.
Okay. I'm gonna check the forms in a second. How's it? Yeah, that works great.
Love that artwork. Thank you.
Question is, where put the Google?
We do a lot of clicking here.
Can you guys hear all my clicking?
Yeah, I mean I can. I don't know if
Oh,
it's
okay.
been heard in this room.
I tried to put on like noise suppression and stuff on my stream mic, but
Oh, okay. Maybe I don't hear it. Nope. Okay, I don't know if it's. I'm pretty sure it's answering to the same thing, right?
Probably.
Nope. Okay. Hi, Kinetic.
One second, I'm literally just moving tabs right now, so that
proceeds to put every emoji in existence. Pop out chat. Let me have it on. Okay, here. Cool. Hello, this content.
All right.
broke. I broke it. And can everyone see the thing now?
Have you heard the new version of Luminescence Part 2? Because I submitted. Oh, wait. I'm not sure if I heard the second part. Like this. I mean, the second version or the new version. But I don't know.
Okay, cool. I'm ready to start. Do you want me to screen share for you?
Sure, please.
I'm gonna have to move your camera again afterwards. I forgot.
Oh, okay. Okay. Watch.
Not scuffed at all. In the meantime, though, I'll start playing the track.
Moving my feet to the beat of the drum. It's not where you've been, it's about where you're going. If I'm stuck at a light, I promise to stay in moonlight. I'm taking my time, telling the truth, 'cause only fools lie, fools lie. Out of sight, out of mind, take a chance, rolling it twice. Out of sight, out of mind, moving to the music, moving to the pockets of sound. Moving to the pockets of sound.
Whoa.
Wait, did
Yep.
you use like a water sample on the last part?
That's what
'Cause
I was
hearing,
about
like,
to say the same thing as well.
I was hearing like something here on the right, like a water sample. That's really cool. Very, very cool.
Camera keeps like a breaking.
Bro, what's
Yeah.
going on with Emin's camera? What the fuck? What's happening?
Your camera like froze for a second. I don't know why. I'm really
Let's
struggling
see.
to get it to work properly.
Oh, okay. Well, let
Where's-
me
Discord's
Discord moment.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's just the way that Streamlabs picks it up.
And maybe it's because when you like don't have Discord open, and you change tabs, maybe it freezes.
That could be.
Let's see.
I don't know how I'd fix that. Yeah, you're right. I think it.
Oh fuck.
Oh, what will we do if we can't see Nmom?
Let me actually search for something to do.
As you guys can see, professional streamer moment. In the meantime, Piers,
Yes.
I'll put the link in the meantime to the form in chat. Okay.
Okay, how to stream with another streamer, multiple cameras.
Nice.
Great.
I like that we're
Uh,
figuring this out now. Meantime,
Okay.
Here's what chat
start
thought.
a video call. Make a webcam fit full screen. What? Okay, 1 second. Okay. Step 2, make webcams full screen. Make sure that the webcams are on full screen. This will make it easier for you to crop them while
That's
maintaining visual quality throughout your stream. Yeah, but I think if you like switch tab, it's going to freeze anyways.
does.
So what's the deal with airline food? It's bad. It's just bad. What? Press the Alt key to crop out the sections you don't want to display and move it to the part of the screen you wish. Okay.
Oh. Everything.
Oh, wait, step 4. Okay, step 4 says, note, the video call with them must stay open, not covered with a browser and not move during the call, otherwise the video will be obstructed. Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay. That's really helpful.
Okay, and then it's just the same thing for Streamlabs and instead of OBS, but the video call must stay open. Yeah, the same. But how do you like switch tabs then?
I don't know.
Do you have to put it like maybe on a, like if it was in another screen?
Like in another monitor?
Yeah, in another monitor maybe.
I don't have a second one.
But you could maybe. Oh wait, it wouldn't. Yeah, it wouldn't work anyway. Because you actually can't like tell your PC to like. Wait, can you? I think there's a way of you putting like 2 screens, even if you don't have the second screen to project anyway. But I'm not sure about that.
It's working now because I'm leaving Discord open. If I move
Is
it,
it working
you'll
right?
see.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh.
That's why I made Nmom big. Rip. Very rip.
I think I'm just gonna have to. I don't know.
Be
Remove.
the voice of
camera.
God.
Yeah.
The voice
Okay.
of
Turning
Ibai.
camera off until we can figure out for next stream.
Yeah, we'll figure it
How
out
to
for
fix
next
it.
stream.
Okay.
Pretty
Done.
sad though. Next stream,
Very
that's one
sad,
thing
yeah.
to look forward to. Okay. Now we
Yeah,
should do
yeah.
feedback because
Yeah. Please.
I'm gonna play this track again. I'll skip to the drop though.
Okay.
Moving my feet to the
I do have to say I like this vocal though.
Yeah.
moving to the softest sound.
Okay, so we both hear that water sample that's like panned to the right ear,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. It's a little weird.
It feels
Does
weird.
it-
I was thinking that I had something like open in another tab.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like maybe I don't know if you should try to, instead of having it like all the way to the right, just center it a little bit and have the same amount for the left and the right instead of having all to the right.
Overall, it's a really, really cool idea, though. I really like this.
Yeah, I really like pretty much everything. I like the melody. I like the chord progression. I like the sound design.
I like the ba fills. Those were.
Yeah,
My only thought for those is they should be a bit brighter because they're colorful. If you make them a bit brighter, I think they're just gonna sound better because they sound
yeah.
a little too different from the leads right now in the sense of mix wise. Let me see. Like, that's a good example. I don't know. I think if you just make them a bit
Yeah,
brighter,
they
they'll
almost
be crispier.
they'll
They'll just-
yeah they almost feel like chords sometimes. They kind of merge with the bass.
I think they're probably made with a vocoder on a bass though. Like I think it's the chords vocoded to a bass sound. That's my guess at least.
Yeah.
Could
be.
I wish I had like more feedback for this because it's like this is kind of just good.
Yeah, it's way too good.
Send to us.
Yeah, Triangle Alliance has improved so much in little time.
Yes.
Congrats, Alvin.
Alrighty. Next one. Kinetic.
Bro, I need someone to release this. So,
Yeah, Triangle. It's like midnight for you, isn't it? Like
yeah,
I know it's quite early. So I mean, thank you for coming to the stream, but maybe go to sleep.
Wait, it's also midnight for Kinetic anyway. Why is he telling Alvin to go sleep?
Bra.
Heard you call, I'm reaching out to feel alive, to make you mine. And now I won't be wondering why you found a way to show me all my light. So now we go all the way to the midnight hour. All the way we go.
This is so groovy.
All the way, we're gonna fly out and run it wild until the midnight hour. All the way, we're gonna fly out and run it wild until the midnight hour. All the way, 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 all the way. We're gonna fly out and run it wild until the midnight hour. All the way to the midnight hour. All the way we go. All the way. We're gonna fly out and run it wild until the midnight hour.
Kinetic, did you record this with a real bass? Because it sounds so good. Like the bass
Yeah, it
sounds
sounds-
so good. It sounds so good.
I heard you call, I'm reaching out to feel alive, to make you mine. And now I won't be wondering why you found a way to show me all my light. So now we go all the way to the midnight hour. All the way we go. All the way, we're gonna fly out and run it wild until the midnight hour. All the way, we're gonna fly out and run it wild until the midnight hour. All the way, 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 all the way. We're gonna fly out and run it wild until the midnight hour. All the way to the midnight hour. All the way we go. All the way,
background vocal.
Yeah, I love that vocal show.
This is so cool.
Yeah.
We're gonna fly out and run it wild until the midnight hour.
That's awesome. I really,
This
really like
is
that.
very nice. Maybe you wanna start?
Sure. I mean, my first thought is when the chords come in for that chorus, I would switch those. So instead of using superstars, I would try just using different sound. I don't know if you made it with the Wavetable plugin. Actually drinking some piss. It's water. It's water, guys. It's water.
Water.
But I use plastic bottles because I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think change the chords to some like other sound. Like I think the chords themselves are fine. It's just the super detuned saws don't really fit, in my opinion, with the rest of the stuff. Pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, my feedback is also related to the chords and another thing. I think that the chords in the drop, definitely you could either try to change them for a completely different sound, or maybe like mix it with some other layers that give it more texture, because it feels too sawy, too like detuned saw type synth, and I think another type of sound will fit better. Maybe try to go for I don't know, maybe layering with one shots to make it more like have a more crispy texture, and I don't know, make it more interesting with other layers. And also, I think that I really like the bass overall, but rip
But
Triangle Eyes. Yeah, and I think maybe the bass, it could be because I'm not used to the style, but sometimes the bass feels too high, like not in volume but like on pitch.
mhm.
Especially in the drop, I felt that sometimes I was missing a little bit of sub frequencies, but it could also be because of the style, and I'm more used to mixing EDM. I mean, this EDM, but I mean like feature bounce.
It
and,
feels more poppy. So I
Yeah.
have to say, like, it's EDM, but it's like the chain smokers realm of EDM, where it's like,
yeah. But overall, very very great idea. I really like it.
Before Linux, I would don't send it to me on Discord because I won't open it. I'm only opening Dropbox and SoundCloud, so it looks like it was Triangle Alliance's link. So either re-upload it to SoundCloud and then send it to me, because you sent me one before. But if you want me to review the Triangle Alliance collab, I'll do that. But for now, I'll do this one, and if you send me a new one through the form, I'll replace it. Okay, Mickey. Who is this guy? I've never heard any of his IDs before.
Oh, who's Mickey?
Who's
I don't
this
know.
Mickey guy? Never heard
I
of
don't think
him?
he's in. I don't think he's in the chat. Oh,
Is he
are
not?
you here?
Ah.
Let me test. No, he's not actually. Rip.
He's sad.
Go watch it later.
Wanna watch it later? Alright, I'll up it on the end.
Yeah, sure.
Dayfix. I hope Dayfix is in the chat. Well, at the end of the day, though, it's like YouTube. They can go back and watch it.
Yeah, true.
I like this plane. This picture. The vibe is there. It's like an old school build. I kind of really love this block. The variation. Whoa. What's happening here? Whoa, this is sick! This guy's a beginner, he's better than me! I want the refund! Look at Vortex. And different build as well. Sick. That was so cool.
Yeah, this one was really
I
cool.
really like that. I mean, I'm a sucker for this like old school Future House pluck, but just
Yeah.
in general, like even the transition out of the drop into this,
Yeah, that was my favorite part.
like this second break is so good.
Yeah, that was my favorite part, definitely.
Like that's so good. I would say definitely like I really would love to hear this finished. I think it's noticeable
Yeah.
like the production sort of becomes obviously not quite done when you get to the drop, where I think my first note is like there's no sub,
Yeah.
or at least if it's
Wait, I
there, it's
think-
very low.
Yeah, it's very low. I think that's what's happening. Also, I think the drop could have. First of all, I recommend having a little bit more of release in the bass and the sub. And also, I think some chords will be great on the drop, because I think there's only bass and the pluck, and maybe having some chords that have like some nice plucky sound like that fits with the main lead. It could really make it more powerful, because right now it feels a little bit empty. Also on the build up, I don't know, the build up is a little bit weak, but I guess it's also like an old school type thing, so I think you're okay. Maybe you could add more. I don't think you have to add more risers. Maybe just change the risers to make them more powerful or noticeable, because it feels a little bit like I don't know, a little bit weak. And then yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Maybe the bass on the drop could you could add a layer to make it more punchy and give it more attack, and make
Yeah,
it like
I agree.
you could use a little trick that is like doing an automation for the pitch at the beginning of the note, so that like inside the synth, every time the bass hits a note, it's going to do like a really fast automation from a really high pitch to the desired pitch that you want to get to, and then it's going to sound like pow pow, like very punchy, and
Yeah,
it's
it adds a
gonna be
lasery sound to it. The other thing as well about the sub, which I just thought of, is it may be that you have a sub, but it might be too high of a note. So just make sure that your sub is playing the right note. I think as well for
Yeah.
the bass, if you're gonna add layers to it, I would try and find like a Mesto bass preset or something of that nature, because I think that'll work really well under this pluck. And if you're
Yeah,
gonna do
definitely.
chords, you could also try. I think what would sound really good is to filter the chords and like automate the filter so it's going wow wow. You know, doing something like that.
Yeah.
That could be really. But overall, this was so cool. So cool.
Yeah.
I love it. Sandy. Always struggle with sub. Sometimes it just may be that you need more than you think. That's where if you're struggling with the sub, just upload it to SoundCloud and reference the amount of sub you have.
Yeah, compared to
Uh,
other tracks.
Exactly. Which I mean, you can do for literally anything, but like, if you're just doing it, just like think about like, okay, how much sub is there in mine compared to the others, and then just compress your sub or add more volume depending on how much
Yeah.
is there. Cindy. Also, chat, is the volumes of everything good? I try and make sure that it's not like super loud, but never sure. Nice.
No way he did that.
Yeah, right? It worked as well. Ooh. I think the chat's just oh.
Oh, yeah, that was sick. Okay, you want to start?
Yes, I just want to hear this. To be honest, I don't want to start. I want to get a second to
Okay. So I have notes. I'm taking notes now so that I can actually give feedback
Ooh,
to
professional feedbacker.
professional streamer moment. Okay, so
Grab my notes as well.
I have that I think the bass on the breaks, like the release bass, is a little bit too stereo in my opinion. Like you could try to control a little bit more and make it more centered. Because it's just like way too stereo in my opinion.
Mhm.
Also I think the lead on the drop, it's first of all, the sound design is very sick. I like it. But I think the drop, there's something about the drop that's like making it less powerful, and I don't even know that well what it is. I think it's because the lead is maybe lower in volume than the bass overall. And I think you could try to maybe give the lead more presence and make the drop feel bigger, making like reverb automations that are more noticeable. Because I think there is reverb automations already, but you could try to make them more. You could try to tweak the reverb and maybe give it more high end so that you could actually like hear that reverb tail much easier. I think. I don't know. That's pretty much it.
Said all the things that I was gonna say. Dang.
Oh, cool.
I really don't have much to say beyond that. I think all the sound design is cool. I'm not sure. I think some of the in between fills, like the colory fills, be a bit more processed. From what I remember, they feel a bit like not quite there. I think maybe just adding some more distortion to those, and I say add a bit more just to make them more like present instead of just staging up the volume. Like sometimes you're struggling with volume, what you're actually struggling with is not enough harmonics. So sometimes that's a better solution, making things. Honestly, I think you should. I think you should just. Where's the?
I don't know if I should use that break. Nah, it's sick. It's sick.
It's sick. I think it's sick. I think you should keep it.
Yeah.
Oh no. I
also people that aren't familiar with the meme probably won't even like notice that as
no, they just
meme.
think it's cool. Although
yeah. True. But
Luminescence Part 2.
Oh, here it is. I was part of this collab actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did pretty much nothing. It's just full carry by Foreignox and Triangle Alliance, but yeah.
All right. Get the end month.
I didn't listen to that sound before. The little.
Whoa.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't hear that build either.
Okay, before we get into like the ID, this sounds like old school, like a Dirty Palm Melbourne boss, and I love it.
Yeah,
It's
it's gonna
so
be.
nice.
It's gonna be. Yeah, yeah.
Already super good stuff. Great vocal. Ooh. Ooh. Yes.
There it is. Yeah.
This is crazy. That sound is nuts.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah. Wow.
Dirty Palm Ghost
Okay.
produced this. You can go first if you
Yeah.
want.
Okay. So I have that. I got the idea that it's this more like a creative thing. I don't know if it's not. We don't have to do this, but I think we could add to the break, to the vocal in the break, some like more compressed and distorted processing, because I don't know. I think it could fit well with the vibe of the track, and especially get it. I think I noticed it could have a little bit more of high end. And it feels like a little what's the word, like on the back, and I would like it to be like more in your face, if you get what I
vocal?
mean. Yeah, the vocal.
Yeah, the vocal could
And-
also, I think, be a bit brighter.
Yeah,
It's not bad, but yeah, I agree. It feels stereo as well, which I think the vocal should be in the middle.
yeah, because for that kind of like trap vocal, I guess it's very cool to have like that processing for it. Also, I've never been like, since we did the lead, I actually made the melody for the first drop, and then Alvin made like the synth for the lead. But I've never really been a fan of how we did the slides of the lead. Like I'm not sure about that synth. I think Alvin also wants to change it, but I wanna change it. Like I'm not.
Like the speed
I'm
or
not-
the actual like slides themselves.
I think it's the slides, like the notes, and also the lead sound itself. It's I don't think it's what we wanted to go for. So yeah,
Yeah, I agree with
first
Esto.
first part is kind of messy. Yeah,
Let me play a bit of it. Yeah, it sounds a bit not quite right.
weak. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's also a little bit weak, and also and my third note is an extra. Like second drop is cool as fuck.
The second drop's
that
crazy. I
one-
think that one you don't really need to touch that much.
Nah. I didn't even do anything for that one. That was Alvin and Forenox, I think, all of it.
Going
So
crazy.
yeah.
I think my notes for the most part is like this bass feels too wide.
Let me put the
Like especially compared between drop 1 and 2, like it just feels a
Yeah.
bit too like it's taking up too much space.
Could be. I don't know. We just did it because it's the Diddy Palm type bass. So
No, that's fair. I just think bring it in like spatially a little more. And I
Yeah.
think for this one, if you're gonna redo the lead anyway, that's like this kind of doesn't matter. But like this lead, it feels the same as in this break, where the break lead kind of needs to be a bit brighter. For this type of
Yeah.
sound, it needs to be like very sparkly. But I mean, it's sick. All the like little perks and fills and the put your hands together makes me very nostalgic.
yeah.
That sample like made my brain light up. So yeah, right. Is content. I've seen him in chat. We started this last night. Lasagna.
The Sagma.
I like the chords.
Okay, let's go. Nice.
The vibe is already there.
Yeah.
With the strings. Ooh.
Okay, this is definitely my type of thing.
Whoa. Ooh, with the extra lead.
Oh, the second drop.
Yo!
The second drop is sick. Bro, I love this. I love this thing. Oh my fucking god.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, the second drop is insane.
Whoa, the trap section.
Nah, I love this one. I actually love this one.
Yes. Let's go. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's just the type of track I really enjoy. It's so great. The
I'm gonna
you
have that
started,
melody
like-
stuck in my head as well. That
Yeah.
Ah, that's so cool. I would love to make stuff like this, but every time I try, I completely miserably fail.
Yeah.
Like it's totally not
Oh
the same.
yes. Yes.
It just sounds like a lot of this stuff, like the sounds aren't really compressed at all.
Yeah.
Which, if you started last night, is fair. Like it just sounds like there's a lot of production stuff. The ideas are all
Yeah.
here. Like they're all already there. Like to be honest, like
Yeah, that's
if you
the
just
thing.
I think there's a little bit to be said for like some smaller ear candies, like some extra little perk fills and stuff that just
Maybe
will enhance
some
the stuff that's
ARPs?
already there. Some what?
some ARPs maybe
Ooh.
like fast like purum.
Yeah, some woo-doo-doo-doo, woo-doo. That could be really cool as well.
Yeah.
So, but already like the vibe for sure is like nailed. Like from this break, which I love, you already get the idea of what's coming and you completely deliver on it.
Yeah. The whole vibe is sick, and for a break that you started like last night, it's very sick.
For sure. I would love to hear this when it's done. It will be
Yeah.
it will be so good. Maybe, you know, if you want, you can send it to us and then
Hmm.
yeah.
Hmm.
Maybe Emma will make a cool artwork for you.
Maybe.
All right. Piers.
Trapped inside.
I'm exhausted tonight 'cause I can't sleep. No, I can't sleep. I'll just
Yo, this vocal, never heard it before.
I can't sleep.
I actually haven't. Already bike this
Oh, you
content.
haven't?
Lately I've been losing my direction.
By this content?
'Cause I've been trapped inside this heart of mine. I'm exhausted tonight 'cause I can't
Yeah, by the way, did you know that Pierce is 13 years old?
13, man.
Yeah, he's
Guys, stop
he's fucking
making
old.
me feel so old.
Yeah, I mean, like what? Even I feel old.
You feel old. If you feel old, I'm ancient. Then
Yeah,
wow. Oh my god, crazy,
man, making
crazy good for
making
13. This is
bangers.
crazy good.
Yeah.
Green Dragon, you're 13 as well,
You're
bruh.
13.
Bruh.
You guys, this generation, bro. I mean, it's my generation. The fuck I'm saying, but
Yeah.
I don't know. So
I
many.
swear though,
fake
it's always the same. Doesn't matter what happens. There's always like somebody who's like 7 years younger than you making something way better.
Yeah, I'm making some bangers.
Mm.
I couldn't even think of doing anything productive at 13 years.
Stop.
I was probably like, I don't know what I was doing at 13, but I was
Nothing. I was.
definitely not making music. Like, okay, starts with hi-hat, nice.
Yep.
Yes,
Like
I
the
love
outro.
that synth sound. He always uses that layer in his tracks. It's sick. That plug.
That, like a music
love
box
it.
thing. Yeah, it's super.
Yeah. Okay,
Um,
so
Can I go first?
You wanna
Because
start?
I already know.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
sure.
So I think most of my stuff is mixed feedback. One, I think the bass is wider than your lead, so I would say width-wise to swap those around. So I would bring in the bass a bit and then make the lead a lot wider because
Yeah.
yeah, it's quite noticeable that just like feels like this. Like for a lot of the stereo image stuff, what you want is a pyramid. An inverse pyramid. So you want it to look like this. I don't know how that's going to come across on stream, but you want it to be like this. So at the base, it's going to be down here, and then it gets wider as you go up. So, of course, I completely missed my pyramid, but you know. That's kind of the idea where when you're thinking about stereo image, that's what you want. You want the base to be the mono, and as you go up to get wider and wider.
Yeah.
That's what's actually going to feel the most natural. Like, obviously, it doesn't need to be like super exactly like that.
Yeah.
Just when you're thinking about what stuff should be wide and what stuff shouldn't, just keep that in mind. I think the lead as well
Yeah.
could be brighter. Like, I think if you add some like 10K, like you could even just take a shelf and make it a bit brighter, which I think will help because it sounds a bit not drowned out, but like just feels like it could be brighter.
Yeah. So for my feedback, first of all, I love the melody and the chord progression and the drop. It's so like
I was gonna say this as well. The
Our-
chords are great.
yeah, it's so like romantic and it's also the type of melody I really like to make. I have to say, as you mentioned, I think the lead. I don't recommend that you use mono leads for future bounds unless you're gonna make like the all Deer Pound lead, which has a lot of reverb that's on stereo. Cause I don't know, it kind of loses power, especially if you're using a wide bass, as you mentioned the inverse pyramid thing. I do think that you should try to make your lead. It doesn't have to be like super wide, just like not entirely mono. Just make it like have some little space. And you could also, if you're gonna use a very closed lead on stereo, you could compensate with like reverb to fill up that space that the lead doesn't have. Also, the claps on the drop could be maybe louder in volume or even a little bit more compressed to make them thicker because they're a little like thin.
I would just change.
and-
I would add an extra layer at that point.
Yeah. That's probably better.
For me, one of the things, so I've been doing a lot of work trying to learn how to do drums, and one of the things that I realized pretty early as I was trying to learn it is that most of the time you can't mix a drum to get it. Like, you can do some mixing, like you can change it a bit, but most of the
Yeah.
time if something isn't working or something's missing, you're better off layering or changing the sample. So
Yeah.
if your drums don't sound right, either add to them or just straight up replace the sample with something else, because most of the time you'll be fiddling with the sound for so long that you'll just forget what you even wanted it to sound like, and it'll be frustrating.
Also, I kind of miss the your like classic counter melodies because I've heard some of your tracks and I don't know. I would like for this melody that you did. I would be nice to have like on the second drop or on the last drop maybe to have like a counter melody for the lead. So yeah,
Chris is asking what plugins should I use for the pyramid. So it's Stereo Image.
your ears.
But for me, I use Ozone Imager, so the multi-band imager. Because that lets you control like the individual bands, frequency wise. There's other plugins you can use. I mean, obviously, you can, like the regular imager on the individual sounds, but I find that that's not as useful as to change the bands. I'm trying to think. I really only use that stereo imaging now, so unfortunately I don't have other recommendations. But I do want to find some other ones that are free as well.
I use for stereo imaging. I use really basic plugins like stock FL Studio plugins.
That's
They're
true.
not
You
the
can use
best.
Maximus, I think. Is it
Yeah, you
Maximus?
can use Maximus. You can also use like the artificial stereo imagers. Like, let me search for them. They're called. One of them is Fruity Stereo Enhancer, and the other one is Fruity Stereo Shaper. Again, they're not the best.
Just be
but-
careful with that. I think it's Stereo Enhancer. One of them, you mainly add, you're adding like delay.
Yeah.
So the way that it adds the stereo is by delaying one channel. So just be careful, because with some sounds, it will sound really bad in mono because you'll have really
Yeah.
bad phase issues. So just be careful. The more organic sounds, it sounds really great. But
Yeah. The best you can do is usually try to just get sounds from the synthesis to get them like as you want in the stereo aspect instead of like artificially making sounds more stereo. Because I think when you like have a very stereo sound and you close it a little bit, it's not that big of an issue. But when you have like for example, a mono sound and you try to artificially make it stereo, it can give you a lot of problems.
yeah, for sure.
Bro, my friend has a track on Spotify with 2 million plays and he only used stock plugins, so you guys can work with anything. Damn, that's sick.
I think that's always been true, but sometimes I think it's also sort of genre dependent, because there's like, for example, you
True.
can't make a color-based track with stock plugins. Like you can, but you
It's
can't make
very-
a world-class.
It's very hard. It's
Can't
very
make
hard.
a world-class.
Unless
stock
you like
plugins.
try, unless you try like in this case of like color base, unless you work like with samples and stuff, it's very
Like,
very
okay, maybe AU5 could do it, but it just would.
you just have to be
insane.
a god, like yeah.
Like X.
Mike X.
I like the fade in.
Yeah.
You're my inspiration. You're my muse. You're the reason why I never lose. You're my secret weapon. Baby, you're the only reason that I keep on going. With you by my side, I win every battle. I've been through so much trouble, but with you by my side, I could conquer all. And everything I do is double, 'cause you raise it all to the power of two. You're my secret weapon, baby, you're the only reason that I keep on going. With you by my side, I win every battle. That I keep on going. With you by my side, I win every battle.
I really like that one.
Nice outro. Okay, you want to start?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
I've got actually quite a few notes here. I mean, I did hear this the other day, so I'm not sure if you updated it since then. It doesn't sound like it though. I think it's still the same version. But I would say for me, like the one thing is like the basses feel a little weird. Like this growly, rumbly bass. I don't know. Something about it is like the bass doesn't feel bright enough. Like it feels a little drowned out.
Yeah, I know what's happening with the bass. I'm
You
gonna
know-
talk about that.
It feels like it's an octave too low, almost. Like I don't know. Some things are just weird. I think
Mm.
the vocal could be a bit brighter. Like it kind of feels like drowned out.
Baby, you're the only.
Especially when the lead comes in. I think also when you're in this build, you have the filter automations are a little weird, where they don't really feel satisfying. Like it feels just kind of off a little bit. I would maybe change that. Another thing was the chords sound really noisy. Like especially in the top end, they sound really just sounds like white noise. So I would say take a look at the chords you're using and maybe just like bring out the noise. They're gonna start to sound less like full and like more like probably grainy if they're saws. But then you just kind of have to fill that with, fill that space with maybe like, add some pianos or like just add some different sounds to it. And that will, I think, make it sound a bit better. I think the lead could also use some like 10 kilohertz, so just bring that up a bit. I think my last note is like the ARP
You're my keep on going.
is also like very much in the middle with everything. Okay, Mike. That's all right. I mean, on the plus side, it's like I think I'm saying different stuff than I said the last time in the feedback channel. I think the ARP though is a bit too much in the middle. Like even though it's higher in frequency, it just feels like.
Okay, so for my feedback, there's a couple of things in common. For example, the vocal thing being a little bit drowned. I think you could use more compression in the high end for the vocal, because it feels like if it was if it had a low pass, and it's a little drowned. Also, the chords in the drop, I think they could be. You should try to make them more noticeable. I mean like the chords specifically in the drop, because it feels like the lead and the bass have like all the protagonism, which is great. Like you should obviously go for that, the lead, the bass, and the kick. But you could also, like for the kind of track that you're making and the type of melody, romantic melody you're going for, having those chords, making some cool harmonies could also give it more of the vibe that I think you're going for. So you could try to maybe make the chords. I pretty much can't feel the chords in the drop. I don't know if it's because they're low in volume or because of they being the texture being similar to the bass. I don't really know what's happening, but I think the chords could be maybe more noticeable. Also, I recommend again. I've said this in the past. The lead definitely could use some slide notes, because it's like a very I don't know. Slides will definitely work well. Also, for the bass, what I think that's happening is that you have a very growly bass that's actually very, very powerful. And I think there's nothing wrong with it. But I think the problem is that the type of MIDI that you have, the MIDI pattern that you have, because of how long the notes are, the bass feels like very strong at the beginning and very weak at the end, because the notes have little sustain. Like, you should try to basically make the MIDI notes a little longer, or, as I always love to say, add a little bit of release, at least on the sub, so that the drop feels more full. Also, on the build up, I noticed, and now that you mentioned the filter stuff, I also noticed that the reverb is accumulating at one part, which is something that I struggle with a lot. And you basically have like a filter, but then also you're filtering the reverb, which is a whole lot of reverb that doesn't have an automation. So I recommend that you lower the amount of reverb for the lead on the build-up, so that the filter doesn't feel so invasive. Because what's happening is that at one point the build-up almost feels like too loud, and it's because of the lead at the drop having that bunch of reverb, and therefore the lead feels like higher in volume in the build-up instead of the drop, which definitely you should check that out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I like the melody. I like the general idea. It's just that there's some stuff you can work on to
We had
make
a
it
lot of
better.
feedback for that one, though.
Yeah.
I think maybe because
But
these are like, I was thinking like maybe it's just because it's all problems that we've dealt with before, so it's easy for us to pick them
Yeah.
out.
But this one is actually pretty advanced. Like, even though we gave like a lot of feedback, I think it's pretty great.
Yeah, I think it's already really good. Like, I think the melody's great. Like, the whole idea.
Yeah.
Estos,
Yeah.
Estos, you still here?
I don't know.
Wow.
Oh, he's here actually.
He's here.
Yeah.
Let's go. By the way, Green Dragon, don't worry, we will get to yours. I don't know how much longer you can stay, Enman, but
I can stay pretty much.
okay, cool. So I think we'll
Oh,
finish
awesome.
it off with Nox 3, or if Mickey shows up, we'll be back.
Okay.
All about you.
Oh, it's this one. Okay.
All about you.
That's so loud.
Okay, bro. Okay.
Oh.
I actually think the drop feels a little weak, so you could try to add some
I-
distortion to make it
Mhm.
like more.
Yeah, I don't know.
don't know.
Like, for me, like, the volume's not enough. Like, I think
it's
probably
not
go
loud
into your
enough.
master and like just turn it up a little bit.
Just put like what I like to do a lot, and I definitely recommend, is that you take like you open a patcher and then open like about 10 or 11 fruity balances to 100% to like push up your volume. Because
Also, like, add a Camel Crusher to the master and just turn the tube up.
yeah.
That'll probably
Disclaimer. We are joking. Don't do that, please. We're going to probably make your
Disclaimer.
speakers explode.
It's professional
be louder.
advice. Professional
That's
advice.
such patterner on the master. I did that though, but I only added 2. Oh, that you're missing, bro.
Yeah, I think you're missing
missing.
out. I think you could make it more better.
Anyway, excited for this idea. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
The the slides really remind me of Danny Yeager. It reminds me of the Danny Yeager with Sick Rate one. That one is crazy.
Oh,
The
yeah.
notes are similar.
Yeah.
The 4-way collab is gonna be.
Prank. Yeah, prank.
Ooh, I pranked the stream. All right. Just me, or is that panned very weird? I don't mind it. It's
Wait,
just-
let me play it again. Yeah, it is very weird.
I think it's because the bass notes are on the right and the
Yeah, the
chords
the
on the
high
left.
end is on the left. It's weird.
Oh, bad.
Wait, can you go back and play again? I kinda. Yeah, that.
This the beginning.
Yeah. Well, never mind. It's just.
It sounds so churchly.
The pan is killing me. That transition is
Feels weird,
weird.
but it
Yeah.
feels like it's not done yet.
True.
Keychain.
Okay, you wanna start?
No, you should.
Okay. So first of all, that transition at the beginning is very, very weird. I know it's not finished. But because of that, I want to tell you that you should try to make the key change more expected, because it kind of like it felt weird because you start with the intro with those strings in one key, and then the chords that started in the breaks were in a different key. So if you want to go for that, you should try to make some sort of transition that it makes it more expected for the listener that a key change is coming. Usually when you make a key change on a track, usually you try to make it as expected as possible. And a good way to do that is by not going too far from the original key. Maybe what people do a lot is putting it one semitone up instead of like 2 or 3, because it gets to a point where it's too weird. So if you want to do a key change, I will recommend to make it like maybe just one semitone up instead of, because I think you did more than 2 or 3, and yeah, it's a little bit.
I think there's certain
Weird.
chords as well that I'm for the life of me I can't remember. But if you look up like Jacob Collier like change advice, he's a really great short video on like basically there's I don't know if it's diminished chords or it's called something else I think, but basically there are chords that are like very evenly spaced out, and there's only like 4 of them, more like I guess note combinations of and those are really good for key changes because they kind of sit in between a lot of keys, so it kind of gives you a gateway to switch keys in a way that feels more natural. So you could also look at doing something like that. It might sound a bit out of place with this vibe, but it'll just be jazzier. I think.
Yeah. Also the I remember we mentioned at the beginning that the stereo of the strings is weird.
Mhm.
It's it's weird. I really don't recommend that you have your low end to only one side. I think the low end
It's very
should always
Beatles.
be, yeah, the low end should always be like centered, in my opinion. And then you could try to play with having like the lower frequency, doing the pyramid basically, like having the lower frequencies to the middle, and then as you go up, you make it more wide. But it just feels weird to have like the bass to the right and then the mid frequencies to the left. It's kind of weird. Also, the build up. Again, I know it's not finished and all that, but the build up feels a little. Oh, what was that?
My bad. I
Okay,
was looking
it's
at
okay, it's okay.
the stream and I accidentally turned on the volume.
Yeah, no worries. I also think the build up is very dry. It could be more. I don't know. You could have more ambience and more reverb and all that because it feels too dry. And also the drop. I don't know what happened in the drop. I really like the bass though, even though it's like short. And I usually like to go for long basses. I like this bass because it kind of fits. I don't know.
It has a
makes
grimy
more
texture to it that I like.
yeah, it makes it more original, and I like it. But I do think that sometimes I cannot feel that much the sub. Maybe it's too low in volume. That's probably why. But I don't know.
I think if you're gonna use this bass, maybe like but I think the lead needs to change. Like to me, I think you should add some more layers to this lead because it feels like the bass is kind of just eating it alive.
Yeah.
Like the lead doesn't feel like it's matching the power of the bass. If you
Yeah.
can't hear the sub, sometimes like I don't know whether you're using headphones or speakers, but like sometimes you just need to go into like open a span and just like look and be like, is it hitting minus 30?
Yeah.
I want to for next stream as well set up my FL so that I can actually show you
Also,
guys some
what-
stuff because I feel like a lot of these things would be easier to explain when I show you guys.
Yeah, when you have the EQ. But yeah, what I think could be happening that also happens to me sometimes is that maybe the sub is too short, and you could try to always like. There's no problem, I think, in making your sub maybe a little longer than your bass because it's I don't know it keeps the style that you want to go for, which is a very short bass, but also it makes the drop feel bigger in some way. So I think it might be that the sub is too short, and sometimes I don't know why, but I think for low frequencies, like for my ear at least, it's a little bit harder to perceive them as a note if they're too short because I kind of get them confused with the kick, and I don't know.
I mean, at the end
Maybe-
of the day,
maybe-
the kick is kind of just a really automated.
Yeah. So I think maybe you could, if volume doesn't work, if you have like your sub all the way up and you still can't hear it well, maybe you should try to make it longer. Give it more release.
Yes.
Anyway.
I like that the TLDR for today is more release.
Yeah.
More release. See, you say more release, and I say just make the low end more
Yeah.
mono.
Yeah.
Doctor, I think this is gonna be the last one. 'Cause
Maybe.
Mickey never showed up. Mickey, if
Uh.
you see this, like, just send me a DM and I'll.
Yeah, sure.
Hey.
You belong right in this moment.
Yeah, Doctor is insane.
My heart, you just stole it. Don't bother asking, everything's right with me. As long as you stay with me. As long as you stay with me.
Yeah. Classic Doctor win. Yeah, it's such a W.
That's so.
Dox3 is just insane.
This reminds me a lot of Aiden, actually. Has a lot of the same chord rhythms.
You belong right in this moment. I'm falling fast, my heart, you just stole it. Don't bother asking, everything's right with me. As long as you stay with me.
God, I love Lucky Bounce.
Yeah.
Everything's right with me. As long as you stay with me.
Okay, so I don't know if you could let me start because I
Go
just
for
have
it.
very short stuff. Okay. So my only thing is you should check the master to make it louder. That's pretty much the only thing I have to say because I've noticed for your tracks you usually keep a more quiet master, and yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but like Kyokan had to push up the volume because
I think I also
it
had
was
it
very.
lower when we were previewing it.
Oh well, never mind.
But I still agree, though. Like, I think it's compared
And
to a
then
lot
my
of the other
other-
tracks so far today, this is pretty quiet.
Yeah, it was. You could try to check on that. And also, this is more like a creative suggestion. You could try for the lead that you have in the drop. I like it, but I think it will sound much cooler if it had like this kind of Chris Slayer, Danny Yeager slides, like those that make it sound more like as a voice, like a human voice. If I think you could even send the idea to Danny Yeager and he'll gladly like help you on working the slides because he really likes to do that, and he'll just help you on making like very very cool slides for that lead, which I think you might like a lot. And yeah, that's it.
I think for me, this like gap between like the first half of the drop and the second half feels just too long. Like, I think you can leave this much shorter, where this like at this point I'm like confused if I'm just listening and I can't see the waveform as to like why it hasn't resumed. I like the rhythm
Yeah.
change. I think for me the chords could be a better sound. Sent one for actual feedback. All right, Esto, we'll do yours last then, because I have a few more.
Wait, Fornox sent me an ID through Discord, and he told me that he didn't want to submit again and like get confused with the other one. But are we gonna like listen to another one or
I
ending
want to
now?
listen to the one Esto sent because he sent one for actual feedback.
Okay, so Fornox, I think we're gonna leave yours. I think you should submit it, and then we'll just listen next stream.
Yeah, we'll listen next stream, or if you want, like put it in the feedback channel in Discord, and I'll get around to it. Because
Yeah,
I do check
that's
that
also-
that channel fairly often to make sure I'll give feedback in there. Might
Yeah.
not be as detailed as on stream, but it'll be feedback.
Yeah.
I think for this though, Doctor, I think the chords could be a better sound. Other than that, I mean, it sounds super nice. It'd be cool if it had like build-ups and the breaks, but
Yeah, the breaks are a little bit empty.
it just kind of it just sounds like you
Also, have
put
you-
them there to have them there and then didn't work on them.
Have you heard "Came for Love" by Dox3?
Yeah, me?
Yeah.
That was one of my favorites. One of my
Oh,
favorites.
nice,
Of the
nice,
stuff we
nice.
released on the label, right? That
Go stream Dox3 Came for Love.
Yes,
out
go
now in
stream.
Sanctuary.
yes. I wonder what I want to see if it has 1,000 Spotify. I hope it does.
I
that
hope
that one
too,
has
but
it does not. Go stream.
I can
Go
check
stream
on-
on Spotify.
I
Go.
can check on Spotify. Let me check.
Wait, let me share the link in here.
Oh, I have to switch my account now. Okay,
Oh
one
my
second.
god! And get it together.
Getting
I put it in
into
chat.
Sanctuary account.
Para.
No, I'm like switching account on Spotify for artists so I can see the amount of streams.
Oh, I see.
Continue with Google,
Right.
and
Let me
then
pull up this.
oh, wrong account.
How
This
many
one.
accounts do you have? Oh no.
I have to send you a screenshot. I have like 10 accounts probably. Yeah.
Actually,
Okay.
feedback. Okay, Estos.
Love me better, love me better, love me better.
I actually like the snare.
Love me, kiss me faster, love me louder.
Refresh page. Okay.
Love me better, love me better.
Kilobytes
Wait,
per
what?
second.
Wait, what? It only has 600, bro. How? People don't value Doxry stuff enough.
To be fair,
What's
we released it
happening,
a
bro?
while ago. I think we also have accrued more
True.
listeners in the meantime.
True.
What I would like to do as well, like this is like something as well I thought would be cool, is like at some point we need to do like an anniversary EP, and I feel like that would be one to have on there, like from the old Dimension stuff, because that one was pretty early on. Kind of cool.
Guys, go stream. You have to go stream.
Stream.
Love me, kiss me faster, love me louder, kill me slower. Love me, love me. Love me louder.
This one is very sick.
Yeah.
I don't really have much feedback for it.
I think the bass could be more interesting because it feels like there's no like growly basses in there or anything. Like it,
Sub loud, what the fuck?
the sub is loud, but I don't think it's too loud. I think it's just there's not a lot of high end, so it sticks out a lot. Because this lead is not very bright. Like if I'm gonna play with my Chrome EQ for a
Yeah.
second and like
I really like what you did with the lead, like with the reverb automation, but the lead sound itself, it will be more interesting. I don't know. It feels too sowy, or whatever.
Love me louder.
like this is how I would EQ it. I think the highs and mids of the lead could also be a bit wider. I love that though. I just like high stuff. I think what would be
Yeah.
even better though, and this is like because Estos, I know you'll be able to pull this off really well. This is a trick I love doing. This is actually something I learned from Dalek. Is take two leads that sound kind of close together, like they're kind of similar, but two distinct leads, and pan one hard right and pan one hard left, and it will be super wide, and you won't have phase problems, and it'll just sound really awesome.
It's kind of hard though to get like two lead sounds that are very, very similar.
You
so
know, they
that-
don't have to be exactly similar. They just need to be like have the same like ADSR settings and be like kind of the same sound. Like for me, I use like a Rudelize and like a doxed kind of sounding lead for a lot of tracks, and I know that if I use those and pan one left and right, they're gonna sound good.
But you mean like having them along with another main layer that's in the center, or like having just those two layers and panning them?
Yeah, and have them really quiet. Then they don't need to be that quiet because once they're panned, like they're already gonna be. You'll be able to know what volume they should be. You just want them to be
Okay,
like
okay.
as additional layers.
Weird, because there's not one saw in there. Maybe that's the best. I don't know. It's kind of.
I
It
don't
could be more interesting. I don't know how to explain that. It's just the lead is a little simple.
That's not a saw. It sounds like a saw,
Yeah, it's not.
or like
really
a
saw.
triangle, maybe. But
No, it's actually a saw, but it's so processed and with so many stuff like the page automation and this distortion and all that. Ultimately, pretty much all sounds in Future Bounce are actually saws that are just so processed that they don't sound like a saw anymore.
yeah, Although in my opinion, some of my favorite stuff is stuff where you like go to use different sounds. Like saws are kind of, you can't get away from them, but when you find sounds that replace saws or that have the same harmonics, like this is like a, for me, something I really like is like to make use FM, for example, to make like sort of signy leads turn into refresh the page. Just did the lead thing.
Love me.
Okay, much better now.
I agree. Yeah, it sounds more excitement.
But yeah, overall, I think people also try to add one shots to lead and layer them, because that's what pretty much everyone is doing now. You take like one shot sounds and put it on. What I use is Vital, and then I put it on the sampler window. You just drag and drop, and then you can also like customize the amount of glide that you want for them, and it's almost as if you had like a synth, but it gives it a cool effect because usually one shots are more processed than a regular synth preset, and therefore it helps you get more texture to your leads, and it's very.
They're all
very
one
useful.
shots. I mean,
Oh,
that
they're
makes
all
sense.
one
Like,
shots.
I think the lead sounds
Okay.
sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me the issue is still like the bass is like feels really flat.
I don't know. It's very.
And
very
I don't know
cool
if it's the
anyway.
MIDI or the sounds.
Can
But
you play it again?
yeah.
Love me.
I think the MIDI is very, very good. I think it must be something with the
Then
sound.
it's
'cause
just the
MIDI
sound. I mean, the MIDI is mostly just following the rhythm of the lead, which is actually fine.
Yeah.
I just like to get more weird with my bass MIDI, I think.
Yeah, now I'm gonna be singing the melody for the entire day.
I'm still singing about the Discontent track though. That one is like
Oh yeah. Well, I actually forgot the melody, but I really liked it.
I forgot the melody too now that I heard this, but I just remember I really liked it. I'm gonna go back. This is the nice thing about doing the feedback is now I can go through to find all the SoundCloud links and listen to the ones I really wanted to hear again.
Yeah.
It's cool. I have
Guys,
all the
do
power.
you want ID leak?
Yes,
You're gonna
ID
have-
leak. Let's go.
Do we
Refresh
have
again.
IDs to leak? Do you have IDs to leak?
Do
'Cause
you?
I don't.
I don't.
I don't know. I have.
I
to
don't
search
think so. I
for it.
have like I have one I could leak. Like
I
not
have.
done.
I have a collab with Orange Purple, but I don't want to leak it yet. so,
okay. Well, even just the name drop is cool. What did you
Love me.
Guess so.
Yeah.
Love me. Love me like
I like that better in my opinion. Like that already has a little more bite to it. What do you think, Evan?
I really don't know what to say for feedback because I really like it as it is right now. I don't know.
I don't know. Do I want to leak this?
I will leak, but I don't have anything that is not already like published on an ID page.
I don't think I've leaked this one before.
Let's see, Mysterious Future House.
As you can see, I'm the most creative namer ever. I just
Yeah,
write something random and then I'm like,
I just put I just match the keyboard and get random letters.
let's see. No problem, let's go.
Ooh. Papa.
I
Okay.
played the whole thing.
I really like that second lead. I'm not a fan of the first one though.
I
The
don't
first
either.
lead, like
I
in part A.
keep meaning to replace it, and then I open the project and I'm like, I get distracted by something else. I'm really excited about
yeah.
the second break, but I'm not gonna link it yet. I want to save it.
Oh, okay.
But
Let's see if
I ended up making a second break, and I was like, oh, well, this is better than everything else I made in the track anyway. Haha. So, alright, I think
Okay.
I'm gonna go, guys. Maybe, and
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to hijack the stream, but you know, I think it's.
Can I?
You
have
probably
to
could
stay for-
technically, but like, I think now's like a good ending point. Then
Okay,
I know
what
you
if-
sent another one, but like, I think if we're gonna go, we're not gonna listen to 2 seconds.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna do a self promo move. So
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna take a break now to get something to eat, like for 10, 20 minutes. And I think I'm gonna start a stream on my YouTube channel personally, like producing or making something. So if you guys wanna be there later, I guess. Cool.
Where's the link, Emon? Put the link, and we'll put it
Oh.
in the.
Okay, sure. Channel. I'll just put it in the chat.
Okay,
Let me.
Alrighty, though. Thank you very much, everybody,
Okay.
for coming.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Look at the art, by the way. Look at this. So cool. So cool.
Wait, did the link not work?
I
No,
have
it
no idea.
didn't. It's not sending. Should I send it to you then? Maybe it
You can
lets
send
you
it
with
to
the
me and
account.
I will.
Okay.
Yes.
Yo
W.
can.
Yo can.
Okay.
Yo can indeed.
Sent you through Discord.
Guys, when he go subscribe
Okay.
to
Okay.
Enmon.
No, I think it worked. So yeah. Cool.
Subscribe to Enmon, and then yeah,
Yes.
watch your stream
More
in a
subs.
little bit. Cool.
Sure.
I should really promo my own socials as well, but I don't have the links
Yes.
right on hand. Maybe I'll pull up my
Just-
Instagram.
Yeah. Put it in
Go
the chat.
go follow me there. That's,
Follow now. You have to.
have to. You're contractually obliged to follow my Instagram, where
We have manipulated your brain, so you follow us.
The thing is,
You have
I
to.
don't actually I don't release any music, and I don't really make posts. I just put like edited pictures on my story.
But you should.
I know.
release more music.
I'm working on this track. I'm gonna finish it and then send it out. Then I also need
Nice.
some other stuff. I have to make a new project. Well, I have a bunch of projects that I like are kind of finished. But I actually need to finish. Alrighty.
Bye for Nox.
everybody. Bye Fortinox.
See you guys.
Bye everybody.
Thank you
in
for
chat.
stepping
It was
by.
a great stream again.
Yeah.
Now it feels very official with this artwork.
Yeah.
Very nice. Alrighty though. Bye bye everybody.